Tax liens and tax deeds. You've probably heard these terms before, and you know that they are investments, but what exactly are they, and which would be a better investment vehicle for you? That's what we'll be discussing today. First off, before we get started, my name is Casey Dimon. I've been investing in tax liens and tax deeds for well over 2 decades now, and I've been training others for more than a dozen years through my videos, books, and the comprehensive training platform that I operate at taxselacademy.com. So the tax lien versus tax deed question is one that we get asked all of the time. And it is incredibly important to understand the key differences between liens and deeds before you start investing. So hopefully by the end of this episode, you'll know exactly what each option is and what strategy might work best for you. First off, tax liens are offered in some states. Tax deeds are offered in some states. And there's a couple of other systems that also exist, but today we're going to be focusing on liens and deeds. Understand, however, every single state handle things just a little bit differently. All right, let's get started by breaking down the basics of each one. First off, what are tax liens? So a tax lien is a claim placed by the government on a property because the owner has not paid their property taxes on time. Obviously, the county needs those property taxes to pay for the services that we use and expect. Things like roads, bridges, schools, fire, rescue, police, parks, water management, and so much more. So what they'll do is they will use the tax lien system to sell those tax liens to investors like you, like myself. When you buy this tax lien, you're essentially paying off somebody else's unpaid property taxes for them in exchange for that lien. Now, when you do that, you will have the right to collect what is owed plus interest. When you buy the lien, the owner will have a set period of time to pay off that lien. This is known as something called the redemption period or the redemption window. If they pay off the lien during that redemption period, you will get your investment back along with interest. If they do not pay it back during that redemption period, then you have the opportunity to foreclose on that property and potentially take ownership of it. Now, I should note 90 to 95% of tax liens do end up getting redeemed. So the majority of the time, you're going to get your money back plus interest. Now, there are ways to skew this figure in your advantage depending on what you're looking to do, but just know the majority of liens that exist will get redeemed. This means that tax lien investing might be considered less risky than tax deeds because you are not immediately taking ownership of that property, and most of the time, you're simply going to get a check in the mail with no other additional work. So you're going to have less work involved because you go to your mailbox, you get that money, and that's it. Or you see the funds hit your account. You put in all the work up front. You do the research. You buy the lien. You sit back, and you wait the majority of the time. So how much can you make? Well, the returns vary by state. In some states, tax lien rates can be as high as 18 or even 20% or even more depending on the strategy. But in other states, they might only be 6%, 8%, or they could even be less. So make sure you research your state's laws, the interest rates, and the systems that they utilize. And then, of course, the home runs are going to come when you're able to foreclose the liens and claim the property. Regardless, the underlying asset to your lien is going to be real estate. So you better make sure you know what you're buying that lien against. If there's no value in that real estate that you have a large lien against, then your lien is not going to be worth a whole lot of money because it's secured by valueless real estate. Keep that in mind. So to sum it up, you're lending money by paying the property owner's unpaid taxes. When they return that money to you, you get your money back plus interest. This is known as redemption. If they don't redeem that tax lien, if they don't redeem their property, you could end up owning that property after foreclosure. Now, tax liens, obviously, it's a phenomenal investment vehicle, but let's talk about tax deeds now. A tax deed is a little bit different. In a tax deed state, you're actually purchasing the property itself, not just a lien against the property. The property owner has not paid their taxes, so the government is selling the entire property to recoup what is owed. So unlike tax liens, the sale of a property will usually occur 2 to 3 years after the taxes went delinquent. So during that 2 to 3 year period, the delinquent taxpayer would simply pay the county government their money and their fees. But after that 2 to 3 years is up, after they've had plenty of time to pay those taxes, that is when the property will be sold. Now, when you win a tax deed auction, you will own that property outright, free and clear of any other liens or mortgages in most situations. So obviously that's why a lot of investors love tax deeds, because you can buy a property for pennies on the dollar with the right strategies. Now, this does involve more work. With tax deeds, your research had better have been perfect. Your research determines your results. Is it in good condition? Are there any title issues or liens on that property that you are going to inherit? You have to be prepared for those scenarios and many, many more, because the moment you win that auction, it's yours. Good or bad. Tax deeds can be great for investors who are looking for more immediate returns, like flipping the property or maybe even renting it out. But keep in mind, it does require work to make money after you purchase it. So tax liens, most of the time, you get a check by checking the mailbox, and that's it. With tax deeds, you won't make a single cent until you take action after your purchase to market and sell that property or rent it or otherwise utilize it. Now, let's move on and figure out how you can decide which one is best for you. When it comes to choosing between liens and deeds, there is no one-size-fits-all type answer. It depends on your situation, on your objectives. So one thing to consider is, what is your time availability? Time's a huge factor in tax sale investing. If you have a limited time, say you work full-time or you have other commitments, maybe you want to consider tax liens. They'll typically require less hands-on involvement, since the majority of properties will get redeemed. You invest your money, you invest some research up front, and most of the time you just wait until the owner redeems that property. The majority of the time they will, and you'll collect your 10, 15, 20% returns, move on to the next one. And then of course, for the rare occasion when the property is not redeemed, you'll be required to invest that extra time and potentially money into marketing and selling that property, but you will have much more lucrative returns in exchange for that. On the other hand, if you do have more time to dedicate managing properties, marketing properties, going through the selling process, developing systems and processes that will allow you to do this efficiently, handling all the hurdles between acquisition and sale, if you're up for that, tax deeds could be the way to go. And of course, you're going to be rewarded with higher profit margins for all of your additional efforts. The next one, what are your financial goals? Are you looking for low effort, low returns type stuff with virtually no risk and returns that beat most markets? Or are you comfortable with higher efforts, higher returns, but a little bit of risk that can be mitigated, of course? So with tax liens, if you're looking to just park your money, sit back and wait on some returns, there are certain properties you can go after that have a high likelihood of redeeming, such as occupied homes, businesses, that kind of thing. They'll usually produce lower returns than some other properties, but they will require less effort overall. That'll still beat most markets when it comes to the returns. Now, if you're fine with earning an above average interest rate, but also would like the opportunity to own some real estate for taxes at some point, then go after the liens that have a lower chance of redemption. I've got a few early episodes on these strategies on the Tax Sale podcast, and of course, it is discussed in depth inside the Tax Sale Academy. Now, tax deeds, on the other hand, will produce you higher returns. They also require more work. They require more upfront work with research, so you'll be taking possession shortly after your purchase. If somebody burns a house down that morning, you need to know that, for example. They also require you to deal with any occupants, to take care of immediate issues such as code violations. And of course, again, they require more work since you need to sell the property to make money. More effort, more reward. It just depends on your investment objectives and your goals. Another consideration is how much capital do you have? Your budget will likely influence which strategy is best for you. If you're working with a very, very small budget, maybe less than $100, you probably need to invest in tax liens. Consider that a good entry point and a good way to get your feet wet. If you have more capital and you want to invest in physical properties, tax deeds can be an attractive option. With that said, there's still plenty of ways to buy cheap tax deed properties. You don't need $100,000, anything crazy like that. For just a couple of grand or even less than a grand in some areas, you can get into tax deed investing. But on average, tax liens will be cheaper. And then finally, you need to think about your long-term goals. Are you looking for more passive income or more of a low maintenance type investment? If you're looking for something that you don't have to think about, consider tax liens. You earn a solid interest rate without having to do a whole lot of work after your initial research. If you want more hands-on and you want to start flipping properties and maybe even building a rental portfolio, then you need to go after tax deeds. So as you can see, the right strategy depends on what you're looking to get out of your investment. Tax liens and tax deeds are both excellent opportunities, but you need to match them to your goals, your time, your risk tolerance, your objectives. So to wrap things up, they both have their pros and cons. Tax liens can be more passive and offer a steadier return. Tax deeds offer the potential for much larger payouts, but they can require much more work. So hopefully this helped to clarify a few things for you. There's a lot of investors inside the Tax Law Academy that have a little bit of both. There's some people that want 50% liens, 50% deeds. Some people are all in on liens. Other people are all in on deeds. Again, there's no one-size-fits-all strategy, but hopefully the tips today and the tips through my other episodes can help you decide which is best for you. If this video helped you out, if this podcast episode helped you out, please do me a huge favor. Leave us a positive review on whatever podcasting or video platform you're listening to us on right now. Click that 5-star rating or that thumbs up button. And as always, if we can be of any additional help, make sure you check out our comprehensive training that we offer through the TaxSellAcademy.com. We would love to have you join our community. Take care, and we'll see you next time right here on the Tax Sell Podcast. Make it a successful day. Bye-bye.